Hello everyone, this video is all about point of sales partial credit payment in the Odoo apps. So point of sale partial credit payment will help user to create partial credit for customer which allow to make partial payment, and this can really useful for the regular customer by giving them credit. So let's see how this module will work. First of all, we go into the accounting. Under accounting, we go into the configuration, and here we have journals under the accounting part. And then we go into the journals and we will create one credit journal over here. I have already created one, and we'll make sure that we will enable the POS methods over here and dedicate payment sequence. After creating a credit journal over here, we go into the POS. Under POS, we go into the setting, and here we have payment method and the credit payment. So first of all, we need to create a payment method, and we will create a credit payment method. And I already created one credit payment method, and we will also like enable here POS payment method. After enabling this and creating a credit payment method, we go into the settings and we will add payment as a credit over here. And now in credit payment, we have two options: full amount and partial amount with credit and without the credit. So first of all, we are going to check with the partial amount, and here we will also like partial payment journal option, and here we will assign a credit. Now we go into the customer and we are going with the deco edit, and here we have go into the sales and purchase tab. Under the sales and purchase tab, we will allow the credit limit over here, and we will enable the allow credit, and we will save this. And now we will go into the dashboard, and here we will select the product and we will assign the customer over here. So our customer is deco edit, and here you can see we have credit of 0 right now. We go into the payment and we will do the partial credit payment over here. So we click on the payment and let's see. So right now for credit we will go with the 2000, and remaining will be done by the cash. Now we will validate the invoice over here, and here you can see in the receipt we will get credit and cash, both the payment whatever the credit amount is and what are the remaining cash amount we have paid. And now let's see, like we are going to add credit, like pay credit to the customer. So here is our customer, and here you can see 2000 which we have credited, and now we will pay a credit over here. Let's suppose I'm giving credit of 1000, and we click on the pay, and the receipt will be generated of the 1000 pay amount, which will, and the journal entry number is CSH5, which we can check into the journal entries also. We go into the accounting. Under accounting, we go into the general entries, and over here you can see CSH5, the 1000 credit amount, which will be we have just paid to the deco addict. Now again we will go into the POS and we go into our furniture shop, and here you can see for the customer deco we are remaining with the 1000, and total due is 1000 as we have already 2000 in the due amount. And now let's suppose if I can go with the order and I will go with the deco edit, and I will try to pay through the credit. It will pop up a message that first you have to pay the amount, credit amount first. That you have to pay the remaining amount, then you can add, you can pay through the credit amount. So now we have to pay credit amount first, then it will be allow us to pay the remaining amount. So let's go into the backend, and over the onto the customer section we can see the credit statement and the credit limit over here. Like you can see we have credit of 1000 and the customer statement. Here you can see the customer statement amount is 2000, and we have deducted the 1000 as we have paid, and the total amount is 1000. Now let's see if we allowed credit limit, like let's allow over the limit and we will assign a credit limit here as a 5,000 and we will save this. Now we go into the dashboard and we will, let's see how it will work. So I'm assigning again large cabinet and I'm going with again same decor. Add it over here. I need to pay full amount through the credit. If try to pay, it will show you a pop-up of not allow credit payment as maximum credit limit for this customer is reached. As we have defined the limit of 5,000, it will pass the 5,000, so it will show a pop-up over here. And here customer can only pay the remaining amount. Suppose if I want to pay 1,000 and remaining with the card, and I will validate it, and you can see now payment is done and we generate the receipt over here. And now if I want to give decorative, want to like I want to add credit more than 5,000, let's suppose I'm giving 6,000 and I will try to pay, again it will show that you cannot pay more than the credit amount as we have set already. And now let's see the second option which we have over here in the setting for the credit limit. We'll enable the full amount without the credit over here. I will save this. Again in order we will allow, like I have already added the 4 customers over here with the credit. So now again we go into the point of sale and we go into the shop. Let's suppose I add 2 product over here and I assigned customer as lumber INC. Need want to pay over here. I use the credit and I want to pay. Okay, so first we need to clear the amount of credited amount over here. Right, so now we will pay over here with the different customer. We'll go with the open board over here and we try to pay with the credit. I will validate it and here you can see we are able to pay fully with the credit over here. And let's suppose I add one more payment over here. Let's suppose I'm going with open board again, as we have already, like you can see credit amount over here. And here we have invoice option also. Let's, if I go with the invoice over, click invoice over here, credit amount first. Let's go with the card also. Suppose I will click on the invoice with the additional option and I will validate it. You cannot allow credit customer. Okay, I have to enable. Let's suppose I change to open board and I will validate it. Yeah, so after giving credit over here, now we will validate it with the enabling the invoice option over here. You can see the invoice is done and it will automatically download the PDF also. And also we can see the invoice report in the orders. We go into the order and here you can see we go into the invoice and invoice is paid over here. When we click on the enable the invoice option over here. Now we go into the settings again and we will do the partial with the credit. Again we go into the dashboard, we go into the POS shop and we will pay with the Azure interior credit. Let's suppose with the credit of 80 and remaining will be card. We will click on the invoice button, we will click, okay, I have to pay credit for the first over here. And now we enable the invoice button over here and we will validate it. Pay more than, okay, credit limit extended over here. We have to extend the limit over here. We will validate it. After enabling the invoice button over here, and here you can see Payment is done with the credit and cash. Now we go into the backend and under the orders we can see we go into the invoice for that Azure interior order, and here you can see it is paid. And now we can directly filter out this whatever the partial payment done, who which customer who done the partial payment. We can go in the filters and simply add the partial payment filters, and here we got the list of the partial payment. So this is how this module will work. If you have any doubt regarding this module, please let us know in the comment section and we will get back to you. And also don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.